Here we are to the men's Club 8s, the Thames Challenge Cup between Thames Rowing Club A on the Berkshire station on the left-hand side and Vesta Rowing Club C on the right-hand side. This is a local derby. Their boat clubs are right next to each other on the Putney embankment.
It is indeed, and they will really know each other well. They'll probably know each other's ergo scores well, and they'll be wanting to put down the mark. Of course, Thames, the bigger club, more dominant at Henley. But I know within Vesta they feel that they've been developing crews that are going faster than before. But this is a big test for them now. Yeah, I mean, it's never easy when it's just the C crew versus the A crew. And the Thames Rowing Club, last year they were in the A final. They led to the barrier and unfortunately lost to the Dutch crew. So they've got pedigree in this event, and this Thames Rowing Club A crew really has just moved away. So here we are at the 3/4 mile post. You can see the margin. Thames look quite comfortable now. Thames very dominant, as we thought. The power that's within the Thames A crew is going to be something pretty impressive. The competitiveness within their squad is really impressive. They have such a pedigree now at performing year after year in this event and other events at Henley. It's pretty tough for Vesta to find a way back. And of course, Vesta were celebrating last year the 150th anniversary, and we're really expecting it to be a special year for them. And then, of course, all of those planned celebrations couldn't actually happen. So, you know, they're delighted to still be here in this 151st year. 151st, is that right? Yeah. To celebrate still what they can do at Henley.
And this event, the Thames Cup, is a club event, and most people here will basically have a day job and family, and they'll have to usually train 10 times a week around a normal life schedule. It's amazing how much training these people do.
Absolutely, huge commitment around jobs as well. And you know, Vesta have got 33 people racing at Henley Royal Regatta, which is the biggest number of members they've ever had competing at the regatta. They talk about how proud they are of taking people from their first step on their learn to row courses, you know, to racing here at Henley. A really strong club culture. So great to see them in this event. But as the C crew, they've come up against their old foes, A crew. It's a pretty tough matchup for them on day one.
And these are really important clubs in the fabric of the British rowing system. You know, Thames Rowing Club first raced here in 1870, Vesta in 1906. And these clubs are really important for our rowing. You know, it's a place for juniors to transition. It's for people, like you said, learn to row. What is the pathway for somebody who wants to come into rowing, who sees this, likes the idea of it and wants to give it a go? Yeah,
well, any of these clubs, find your nearest club, and they'll have a squad system, and they'll be able to take you in. You'll be able to do, first of all, the learn to row course, just the taster. And, you know, Vesta, we're talking about, they've got 44 new joiners on their learn to row course, starting out on that journey, which is just lovely to think of them. They'll be watching this crew. They'll be hoping they can be in these crews in the future. Lots of enthusiasm post-Tokyo to be part of sport again. So it's a great event.
So what do you think of the Thames rhythm here as they paddle along? What do you see?
We've seen with all the Thames crews today, haven't we? They have that real solidity. That's that combination of strong power and strong technique. Really uniform, so they're not just muscling it in an aggressive way. They're being really effective. You can't afford these days, the standard is so high, you can't afford not to have really tight techniques, so therefore you're not, you know, again, they're not digging the blades, they are locking on quickly, being really efficient but really powerful. And as the rate comes down, they're trying to maintain the speed.
It's amazing to see how quiet they seem to be, how they almost sit still at the finish.
Yeah, I agree. I really parallel. There's not a lot of rocking happening, which you sometimes have seen in the past in some of these kind of bigger crews, bigger club crews. It's this sophisticated boat moving that we are seeing.
Yeah, here we are as Thames Rowing Club A come past progress boards down in the stewards enclosure. They lead Vesta Rowing Club C crew in the heat of the Thames Challenge Cup. And here a great view of the crew coming past. Enclosures being applauded.
Quite right too, they look a really strong crew, putting a marker down.
Yeah, it should be one of the favourites for this event, I think, this year. But it's early in the week. Here we see the Thames crew finish their race, bent over their oar handles. And Vesta racing to the finish line, last few strokes. And the result there was Thames Rowing Club A beating Vesta Rowing Club C.